What's up guys? Hope everyone is having a really wonderful day. In today's video we will be talking about two really huge YouTube creators. The first being Kurzgesagt, and it was founded in Munich in 2013 by Philipp Detmer, and the second one being Coffee Break. Now, if you are on YouTube and you keep track of the educational space or the pop science space, you're bound to come across one of these channels or maybe both of these. Now, I love both the channels and I have been subscribed to both of them for a really long time. That being said, let's start today's video and get into the details. Now, Coffee Break was started in February of 2017 by Stephen. He started by making insightful and entertaining videos ranging from time management skills to Marlboro ads. However, one of his first viral hits, which really skyrocketed his channel, was Exposing the School of Life, a hugely successful YouTube channel with millions of subscribers. It was also one of his worst videos to date, in my opinion, because he expected the School of Life to run like a charity when it was in fact a company. His opinions were kind of skewed, his perspective was very biased, and his criticisms were really shallow. But that is just my opinion. However, on reflection, he did come across some of the same conclusions I had, and he uploaded that on his smaller second channel, Coffee Break 2. But in spite of these reflections, he kept the video anyways and didn't take it down. Now remember this part, it will be important later. Till date, it remains one of his most viewed videos. Moving on to Kurzgesagt. Now most of you, I'm pretty sure, know Kurzgesagt. It has over 8.2 million subscribers till date. And recently it came out with a video that surprised a lot of people. But most of all, Coffee Break. It was titled, "Can You Trust Kurzgesagt?" And it plays off as a very self-aware video where Kurzgesagt takes a deep dive into their research process and answers some very interesting questions about their methodology. They also admit not having done their due diligence in the past for some of the videos and answers a lot of questions regarding those. Now, the question on my mind and maybe some of yours was, who asked these questions? And as you might have figured it out, it was Coffee Break. And boy, oh boy, was he pissed. In fact, he was so pissed, he went on to make a 13-minute rant, which is actually twice the average video duration for his channel. And in the video, he went over the email exchanges between Philipp, the creator of Kurzgesagt, and himself, and pointing out why Kurzgesagt couldn't be trusted. He did this for a couple of reasons. Firstly, he felt ripped off as Kurzgesagt had answered his questions without crediting him for the questions. He also felt that Kurzgesagt and Philipp in particular had been stalling answering his questions so that he could come out with a video before Stephen and talk about the whole fiasco. And lastly, he had felt Philipp had operated in bad faith. Philipp clarified most of the points in a Reddit AMA, which I'll link to below so you can check it out in details. However, it's important to note that the last email in the conversation was sent by Philipp to Coffee Break asking for the interview questions on 21st February, to which he hadn't replied for almost over 2 weeks. And then 2 weeks later, the video in the Kurzgesagt channel was posted, "Can you trust Kurzgesagt?" Now this is the part that doesn't make sense to me. If Coffee Break was so interested in interviewing Philipp, then why didn't he send the questions? His excuse was that he was busy and had a trip planned, so he didn't have time. However, he had used the same fact to make a strawman out of Philipp when he had said he had something similar, and then he put it as Kurzgesagt had been stalling instead of answering, when in reality, from the emails as we can see, Philipp genuinely had to travel to different conferences and had to take some time off for traveling. Another big point Coffee Break brought up during the emails was about the addiction video. which was one of the most popular videos on the Kurzgesagt channel. And his criticisms were that the video was not factually correct, and in his blurred paraphrasing of the response of Philip, he said that Philip did not take on the video as he had thought that the video was good enough. However, when we see the unblurred images, we see that this is not exactly the best paraphrasing attempts by Coffee Break, and Philip hadn't really said what Coffee Break had paraphrased him as saying. Now remember the School of Life video, which is one of Coffee Break's most viewed videos, and it's still up. Now the irony here is that Coffee Break makes a lot of rules and a lot of assumptions as to why Kurzgesagt is wrong. However, the same rules that he criticizes Kurzgesagt for, he doesn't follow it himself, or he thinks that the rules don't apply to himself, which I think is a bit less self-aware than what I had initially thought. But anyways, in conclusion, in my opinion, all Kurzgesagt did in the video was admit his past mistakes and owned up to it and wanted to avoid unnecessary drama. One of the places where I feel he might have done better was if he had credited Coffee Break in some form or the other. But I completely understand why he didn't, from the somewhat hostile tone of exchange between both the parties. Coffee Break, on the other hand, could have handled the situation a lot better. Instead of flying off the rails, he could have asked Philip during the interview about the video that was made, and this would have probably helped out Coffee Break a lot with the public perception. Because as it stands now, most people are on the side of Kurzgesagt, and the video that Coffee Break had made about Kurzgesagt remains one of his most disliked videos, if not the most disliked video in his channel till date. I think the main video that Coffee Break had posted was about stirring the pot and creating drama, which he has successfully done, and he will get tons of more eyeballs for him. So all in all, it worked out pretty good for him. So that is where the situation effectively stands now. Kurzgesagt had posted a video and Coffee Break posted a scathing response to the video, but most of the public opinion is with the former. But what do you think about the video? Do you think Coffee Break was right in his criticisms, or do you think he might have overreacted a little bit? And what about Philip? Do you think Kurzgesagt should have credited Coffee Break in the description of the video or not? Let me know your thoughts. We are looking forward to reading them all and responding to them. That is all for today. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.